It is an absolute joy to be able to print your photos and display them in your home, in your office, wherever you want to, because each of these photos here are different adventures, they're different hikes, different memories that we have created, and there's stories that go along with these images. And that's one of the amazing things about printing your photos, is that you get to share these stories with other people. Whether that's on your wall or in an album or just giving a print to someone, you are sharing that moment, that memory, and that story with them. And that's something that's really beautiful about photography, and it's something that I want to share with you today. And today I am joined by my lovely wife, Emily, and we are going to show you and tell you the different stories behind each of these images and why it is such a joy to print your photos. This is Jones Run Falls. It is in Shenandoah National Park. And Emily, why don't you tell us a little bit about this journey?
Yeah, this is I think my favorite waterfall hike, because it's this beautiful long waterfall. Like, it's one of the tallest waterfall. Well, I don't know if it's the tallest. It's not the tallest.
It's pretty big though.
It's a really tall waterfall, and it's just, there's like nice rocks to sit on. You can watch it, and it's just so peaceful when you get there.
It is.
The hike down is really beautiful. You have a good variety of like incline while also flat hiking as well. It's not too rocky. That's one of my favorites. I think it was like one of the second waterfall hikes that we went on.
I think it was, yeah. It was one of our first hikes.
The first one was Doyle.
In Shenandoah.
Yeah.
Really beautiful hike. It was absolutely beautiful and so peaceful and relaxing, and I can't recommend that hike enough, or just going out to see some waterfalls. This one up here is taken from Humpback Rock on the Blue Ridge Parkway, another fantastic hike. Very steep. It's a short hike, but it is definitely steep, and you're definitely going to feel it afterwards. But it is an absolutely beautiful hike. For this one, we got up at sunrise, went and hiked up the mountain in the dark, and witnessed an absolutely beautiful sunrise.
Yeah, it was one of my first hikes at UVA. It's like the UVA hike where a lot of students go. And so in my first year there, we're like, let's check out this hike that everyone's talking about. And let me tell you, like Dylan said, it's short, but it's a lot more intense than I expected.
It's intense.
Was thoroughly out of breath.
Oh yeah, it'll wear you out. That hike wears you out.
But it's beautiful once you get up there. And when we went, it wasn't too crowded because we got up before the sun, and not a lot of people were up there. So it was really nice. It's one of my, I love Skyline. I could say that all of these are my favorite hike, but it is one of my favorite shorter hikes. If you still want like a good workout.
It is a good workout. Something I definitely do want to mention is that Emily completely designed this wall. It's one of her hidden talents. She came up with the plan, the design for all of this, knew which prints to go where. All I did was take the photo, so I gotta give it up to you. You did an amazing job with all that. So we have some little Polaroids from some hikes up here, and then we have
those.
Yes, Emily took those. She's the Polaroid queen.
I like shooting with a Polaroid. Also, all of these knickknacks are not final. This is just preliminary. So
preliminary knickknacks.
Yeah.
Knickknacks subject to change. And this little guy is from Venice, from our honeymoon, and it's got a wedding bride and groom. Wedding bride and groom. When else is there a bride and groom? But we thought it was a nice little knickknack to preserve that moment from our honeymoon. And we have these macrames. I was gonna call them like rope designs, macrames. They're beautiful as well. And then we have these shelves from Emily's house growing up. We got to reuse those. That was fantastic. We got some plants. We got a nice candle, but we're not gonna light it because we don't want to set our wall on fire. That'd be bad. But I really like it. I like how this looks. I don't know if we need to change this. It's pretty good. We'll see. This one up here is from Dark Hollow Falls, also in Shenandoah National Park, a very popular hike. It's really crowded, so if you choose to go on that hike, definitely go in the morning or late afternoon. Hopefully avoid the crowds. It also gets super busy in the fall, just so you know. But this hike we did in combination with Rose River Falls, I think it was. I think it was Rose River Falls.
My leggings
Yeah, she tore her leggings. That dang log ripping leggings. But it was another beautiful hike. Can't recommend Shenandoah enough. Or just going to visit any national park. Just get out there, have fun, explore. That you won't. What am I trying to say?
Regret?
you won't regret going out to explore these different places. There's so many surprises out there. You just go on this trail, and before you know it, you're at this beautiful overlook or waterfall. It's fantastic. So.
I will say that when you took this picture, it was very crowded.
Oh yeah.
So kudos to you for getting a picture that looks like no one's there, because it was extremely crowded. It took a lot of patience and a lot of time. So tip, if you're shooting in a busy hike, just be patient. And I feel like that's a good tip for any photography.
Yeah.
Just be patient.
Be patient.
It took a while to get that picture where like no one was playing in the waterfall and
oh my, the tourists.
Yeah.
Gotta love them. Gotta love them. But yes, you have to make sure that, you just wait. And that's honestly a great thing about landscape and nature photography is there's no need to rush or get upset if you need to wait. Just enjoy the view. Enjoy the peace and quiet. I sound like a complete hippie here, but I probably am a little bit. Just enjoy the nature, man. I mean, maybe a little bit. This next photo right here is one of my favorites. It was taken in White Oak Canyon in Shenandoah National Park. We did this really long hike with our friends. We thought it was going to be shorter, and it was like 13 or 14 miles. It was grueling, but completely worth it. It was beautiful, and I actually shot this on a bridge, so I was really surprised that it came out nice and sharp there. But I really love that photo. Preserves that memory for us, and every time I look at it, I remember that hike and the fun times we had and people falling in the water and just all being together, because now a lot of friends have moved away here and there for jobs or just to explore new areas, and I'll always remember those good times we had with everyone together, and hopefully we'll be able to do more of those. But that's what I think of when I think of that photo. And here we have the Knob, McAfee Knob, a legendary hike in the Appalachian Trail, which one of our friends is actually hiking the whole Appalachian Trail, Appalachian, however you want to say it, and he's like 700 miles deep in it now, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, love this hike. It was in the fall. Beautiful. Love the clouds. Can't recommend that hike enough either. And Emily needs to go to that hike. She has not joined for that hike quite yet.
Done it yet. It's a bucket list.
Yes.
For hiking.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Eventually.
Down here, we have a picture of ourselves. This was taken on Sharp Top Mountain in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and it was actually shot on film. It was shot on film. It was Valentine's Day, actually. We did a Valentine's Day hike, and I captured the whole day with film, like from breakfast to the hike and dinner and everything, and it was a really unique experience, and shooting film is amazing as well. Also recommend that to you. That way you have to print your photos. But this is like one of our favorite photos together, just because it was a very happy time. It was a beautiful hike, and I don't know, just love being with you, doing those different things.
Yeah, well, I feel like it really embodies us. Like, just, we're pretty chill people. We love the outdoors, we love nature, we love hiking. So this is like us in our element. So that's why I think it's one of my favorite pictures of us.
Yeah, I just love that we're out and about, enjoying it.
Soon we'll go back.
I'm getting sentimental. And for our last photo on the wall, the big one, the big old print, we have Stony Man in Shenandoah National Park. This was a fantastic hike and a beautiful moment that we were able to capture. I'm going to let Emily tell the story behind it, because she absolutely loves this image. I think it's one of your favorites, isn't it?
It is my favorite image that Dylan has ever taken. I'm going to fangirl over you for a second. It is so good. Also, I told him to take this picture. So
she did.
The story is we went up for a weekend. We were no longer there for college, but we went up there for a weekend, and we're just hitting like a few hikes, and it was getting kind of late, but we wanted to do Stony Man. So we hiked it, and it's my most favorite hike. Or it's my favorite. It's
most
my favorite.
Do you need most in there?
It's my favorite
If you know English, comment below.
It's my favorite hike. It's pretty easy. It's not like a hard hike.
No, it's not too bad.
And I think I found out that I like hiking up to a view, because you feel like you're working up towards something.
Yeah.
And you get that gratification. And then it's just all downhill from there, literally.
Yeah.
So I really like Stony Man because there's two overlooks, and they're both gorgeous.
They are.
So we hit up this one overlook. This is the first one. And spoiler alert. This is the first overlook. And we hit it up. I don't think we took that many pictures there, maybe a few, and then we continued to hike. But then when we were coming back, this storm was coming in, and it was just beautiful how the rain was coming in through the mountains, and I love rain. I love a good gray sky.
Oh yeah.
So the sky was like this beautiful gray and with like just stormy clouds, and I was like, Dylan, you have to take a picture of this. Like the sky was beautiful color. I think it was like a dark bluish purple color, which I mean you can't capture everything, but this was just, I hold so many great memories from this hike, and I think just like the composition of it, the way it like leads your eye into the storm, like down the road.
That's right.
He just did such a great job, and this is my favorite print. So I was like, if we do a collage wall, this has to be the biggest.
It's gotta be big. We need this big.
My favorite one. So I love looking at this whenever I come down the stairs. It's beautiful.
It is a beautiful print.
Beautiful memories too.
I'm really glad we can get it.
It looks great on aluminum. Let's talk about aluminum prints.
Let's talk about aluminum prints. They are fantastic. They look so good. Yes, they're a little bit more pricey than your standard print, but I mean, my goodness, they pop so well on your wall and stand out. I mean, anyone that looks at it is just like, dang, boy, that's a nice print. If you can, if you're able to spend a little bit more, I mean, they're not crazy, but if you are able to spend a little bit more, can't recommend aluminum prints enough. They're amazing.
The aluminums just bring so much color to the pictures.
Oh yeah.
And I think create more, it's a more like sleek and modern look perhaps.
I guess so, yeah.
I don't know. It looks really good.
Really good.
So I'm so happy that we printed aluminum. We don't have a bunch of bulky frames taking up all the wall, and just print aluminum if you can.
Print aluminum if you can. It'll look great, and you'll be glad you did.
Yes.
So if you want to know where I print aluminum prints, I'll put a link down below. Not sponsored, but just gonna...
But could be.
Yeah, but could be. Hey! Print your photos, guys. Don't let them just sit on your computer and be forgotten about, or that you only look at every few years, and they just don't get appreciated. By printing them up on your wall or putting them in an album, you're able to appreciate the images you've taken, and friends and family are able to appreciate it too. And again, you can tell the stories behind each of the photos. I mean, these are memories that deserve to be appreciated, and you deserve to have your work shown because you're taking great photos, right? So you need to print your photos and appreciate all the work that you've done.
Also, art can be very expensive.
Art can be expensive.
So if you're creating art, which photography is art, why not put it on your wall? Save yourself some money. Be proud of the work that you have. It creates so much personalization into your home. And as we did here, telling the story of all of them, you get to tell your company and your family and friends the things that you've done and the story behind the pictures, because every picture has a story. Yeah. So print your work. It's worth it.
Totally worth it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you go and print your photos and that you proudly display your work so that it can be appreciated and not lost or forgotten. If you enjoyed this and you felt inspired to print your photos, smash that like button and comment below, are you going to print your photos? Let me know down below. Be sure to subscribe to see more of my content and ring that bell to get notified when it comes out. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time.